It's a common misconception that the only way that you can increase the range of your airsoft gun is by increasing the velocity, the feet per second. However, this simply isn't the case, and there are other things that you can do to increase the range of your airsoft gun. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you guys a few things that you can change up to get more range, and the best part is, none of them involve opening up your gearbox. So let's get right into it in today's video. What's up, Airsofters? My name is Lane, and welcome back to the BB Warrior. We're here to help you have a better time, both on and off the airsoft field, through our educational content. And if you enjoy the videos that we create here, I'd love it if you joined our community by hitting that subscribe button and hitting the bell icon next to it to get updates when we post brand new videos here on the channel. So the first thing that we're going to talk about today isn't even an airsoft part. It's going to be the BBs that you use. Now, I've met a lot of players that simply don't like to spend a lot of money on BBs because they're a one-time use item, or at least they should be. Don't be picking them up off the ground. People tend to buy, the cheapest thing that they can get because they are a disposable item, but by getting good quality BBs, you're going to get a flatter trajectory, and you're going to make sure that you don't have any random flyers going left or right, anything like that. They're going to be going straight down where you intend them to go. I'd also consider, if you're not having the consistency in the range that you're looking for, try something a little bit heavier. For me personally, the lightest that I ever go is a 0.28 gram BB, but most of the time I'm running 0.32 gram BBs. Even in my lower velocity guns, my VFC Mark 18, which we did an episode of the Airsoft Armory on a couple of weeks ago, you can check that out in the upper right hand corner right now, that gun only shoots about 295 FPS, and I still use 3.2s, and I still get over 200 feet with that airsoft gun. On the other end of the spectrum, with my Wolverine Airsoft MTW, which is typically about 370 to 410, depending on what event I'm at, I'm putting 3.2s, 3.6s, even 4s through that, and I'm able to get more range. And that isn't necessarily because I have it at a higher velocity. While that does help, that's not why. It's because I'm using the heavier BBs, which are going to be more resistant to the wind and have a better trajectory. Now, certain brands are better than others, like anything in life. Personally, I really like Elite Force brand BBs, or I'll even try out HPA BBs as well. Those are what I use when I use a tracer unit. But overall, I think that BBs are kind of an overlooked item in your airsoft accessories. Buy the best that you can afford because you're going to get the best performance out of them, even though they are a disposable part. Secondly, let's talk about your hop-up setup. And this is arguably going to be the most important part. It doesn't matter if you have, a DSG gearbox. It doesn't matter if you use the best BBs out there. You're going to need a good hop-up to make sure that your BBs are getting some sort of backspin on them. That is what the hop-up does. It's not like a real firearm where you want a nice flat trajectory. It's going to kind of curve and go upwards a little bit because of the backspin on the BB, and that is going to give you more range. Now, not only making sure that you have good compression, that you have good hop-up parts, you're also going to want to make sure that your hop-up is dialed in, and this is something that you might be saying, Lane, that's a really simple thing. Why you bring that up in today's video? I can't tell you how many guys I've seen out on the airsoft field that don't adjust their hop-ups or anything like that, and they're missing, they could be getting an extra 50, 65 feet if they just adjusted their hop-up properly. And I think this is also a great time to mention, sight in your scopes. If you're using a scope, a red dot, whatever it may be, even just iron sights, take the time to sight it in, because that's going to make sure that you are a more accurate shot, and your BBs are going to be going where the dot is. Same thing as not dialing in your hop-up. I've met so many people that, they just throw the red dot on and they're like, oh, well, I know where it is compared to the dot. It's a little bit to the right of the dot, or it's a little bit underneath, whatever it may be. Take the time to dial it in. It takes like 5 minutes, and then you don't have to, when you pull your rifle up, you don't have to take that time to think, okay, I just need to adjust a little bit for the dot. Whatever it may be, just take the time to sight it in, and you're going to get a faster, you're going to be on your target faster, and you're going to be more accurate. You're going to have to do less thinking. Overall, make sure that your hop-up is dialed in correctly. I do this before every time that I go out to airsoft, and I typically check it after lunch as well, just to make sure. And as well, I make sure that the dot is accurate. And then finally, the third thing that I want to talk about for today's video is going to be your barrel itself. The inner barrel is a precision part, and it's one of those parts that you should be spending the most that you can afford. Now, there are a couple things to consider when you're looking at barrels. Material is a very important thing. Typically, stainless steel is seen as the best because it's very strong, Brass is also great as well, but there are other things to consider besides just the material. It's going to be the quality of the finish and the brand, and there's a lot that goes into inner barrels, more than we could talk about in today's video, so that'll be a future topic. But there's a lot of things that go into an inner barrel, and buying the best that you can afford is going to be really important. Diameter as well, we didn't even get into that. You're going to want a tight bore barrel. Wide bores used to be kind of popular for HPA builds, but those have kind of died off in recent years. But overall, those are going to be 3 things that you can look for to get more accuracy out of your airsoft rifle, pistol, sniper rifle, whatever it may be. Those are going to be the things that you want to look into to get more range. And the best part is, because you don't have to open the gearbox, these are fairly simple upgrades to do, and you can do them or your local tech can. But that's going to do it for today's video. What tips do you have for improving your range in airsoft? Let me know down in the comments below. But this has been Lane from the BB Warrior talking about how to increase the range on your airsoft guns. You might be asking, what do you want to watch next? Well, how about a random video from YouTube up here? I'm not sure what they're going to show you. Or you can hit that subscribe button right there. Either way, hope you guys have a good one, and I hope that I get to see you guys on the field soon.